Can you hear me okay? This is actually Charles.
Yeah, I'm Tammy.
Hey, Charles. Good to see you again.
Yeah, I'm still in Tammy's Thunder again, her channel.
So really quickly, where you're from,
Okay.
your names, where you're from, and then your birthdays.
Tammy, Charles Bell. We're from Spring Hill, Tennessee, Franklin, Tennessee.
My birthday is 4/12/1960.
Oh, just had it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
varies.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And I'm 9/19/1953.
Okay, and
Perfect.
you're both practitioners, and you're a medical doctor as well.
Yes.
DO and a pharmacist, health coach,
Yeah.
gut coach.
Okay,
And
cool.
then I actually did my health coaching through IIN.
Oh, wow.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, it was very fun. It was a lot of, it was awesome stuff. And I'm really happy to see that you're partnering with them.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yes.
So your question, or
It's more a comment than questioning. Since Tammy has introduced me to what you're doing, and I've been following you, and we work every day at it, and I've already incorporated it with with our collaborators. As I mentioned before, in my practice, I'm osteopathic trained, internal medicine and critical care, but I've used a lot of the holistic approaches, and I do a lot of myofascial work, but I've included this, and it's been phenomenal. It gives me something a little bit more to send my collaborators with home for a little homework and work to do. And so I've been basically pointing them to the Instagram lives every day, the YouTube channel, your website, and essentially partnering with what you're doing. So when I get the hands-on, I can direct them a little bit more, but really sending them out with not that written prescription, but something that they can do that's going to be life-changing, which is our whole goal in our practice, to empower them.
what are
That's
you
beautiful.
what are you noticing that's changing with your collaborators? And for people that they call their patients collaborators, which is the proper term.
Yeah.
What's
Absolutely.
changing?
They're getting a better sense of what's going on in their bodies. You know, people who've had low back pain forever, and I've identified that it's not just your low back, it's more PSOAS, and I can send them home with something that they can do. I point them to that maneuver that you have on your site, and it's something when I do hands-on. When they're in the office, I can do the hands-on maneuver and give them relief. So prove to them that this is something that can be relieved. And then I can send them home with something that they can do that will tide them over until the next time they see me. My whole goal is not to have them come back. My whole goal is for them to do what they need to do, to be empowered to do what they do on their own.
And
There's more people out there than we could ever service. So yeah, it's just get them out the door.
Yeah. And the same thing with me. I've been doing this for 2.5 weeks, and I've had the first week after doing it for 4 days, I ended up going into a deep, like flu-like symptoms, lots of mucus. It was really bad. I didn't have sore muscles, but I had achiness all over. I just kept doing the maneuvers. We ended up getting all of your, what's that?
The diatomaceous earth and the
CMOS and all that. And we started taking that. And within less than 4 days, I was feeling so much better. It was really hard those first 2 days, tons and tons of mucus. So also we're both going through a lot of trauma as far as we lost our son in February of last year. So I believe that that's why I had that reaction. So there's a lot of trauma coming out of my body, you know, and the fascia maneuvers are releasing a lot of it. I know that. I feel it. I feel so much clearer in my head just within 2 weeks. And it's been amazing. Like right now I have the chills. I'm constantly having the chills after each maneuver. And sometimes I feel worse the next day, but I know that it's okay because I know what's happening. And so it's been absolutely amazing, Gary. So
One thing I want to add real quick so you can move on to others. Tammy's back was bothering her and this morning. So before we joined the session, I worked on getting her just some myofascial techniques that I use to get her prepared for the session. But once she got into the session, I mean, it got her feeling good enough to do the session. But once she's gotten in the session, our comments back and forth all along was that this was really taking us over the top. Allowing more flexibility. I was showing her that I mean, I went off camera and I bent over and I can put my hands down on the floor.
Yeah, and that's so unusual for him.
Which is unusual. Yeah, keep in mind, I'm a near 70-year-old doing that.
Yeah.
So it's been amazing.
And I'm a gymnast, and I'm 63, and I can. He's almost where I can be, where I am. Just doing this in 2 weeks. I mean, there's so many. It's just huge.
The flexibility is amazing.
So, Gary, I do have a question though. So I've had this issue with my back for quite a while, and I'm doing the, the core thing. And when I was going into the maneuvers, it would kind of hurt in the low back. But then as I kept going, I kept breathing into the area. And
on your right or left side?
Mainly on my left side lower back.
Okay, so Charles, what you can do for her is you can take your hands onto the left side and pin the skin over top of the hip so you're laying on the hip. So you basically see I'm got my weight. I can do a push up on her. Okay, now Cynthia, you can what you're gonna do is take your elbow. Grab it, take your elbow, grab it, push it up, and then fold away from him. And fold forward and away. Forward, down. Yeah, there you go. And breathe.
Oh my goodness, wow.
And the chin to the chest.
Chin to the chest. And breathe. So what this is going to do, it's going to open all that area up so that it doesn't keep recurring, because that constant repetitive issue means that there's fascia layers stuck there. Way we see fascia is in layers. It's not a coating around a muscle. Muscles, think of fascia like baklava. It's like all these different layers, and the honey and all the goodness that goes through it, all the sweetness is what the fascia is trying to transport. And in that area on your hip, it got stuck. Now you're stretching everything around it, but that one area of the baklava is stuck. And you're stretching it, but there's that one round area. How does that feel now, by the way?
Absolutely. I mean, much better. But I found that doing the maneuvers, I just stayed with it. Sometimes it would twinge, but then it would relax, and I could actually stay in the maneuvers. Not so much when I went left, but when I went right, I was completely fine.
Well, try something now that would normally annoy it.
Let's see. So when I was doing this.
Gone, right?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So what you're thinking about, what you just showed us, I would do that maneuver, that myofascial release with them lying on the table. I can't get nearly that kind of stretch.
Okay, so
that's why
you're
we took everything
off the table.
Exactly. I'm like getting chills because I mean that's the secret, Basically, the fundamental of fascia series on our website, on our YouTube, these are all the table movements that it was table work that became, we had a movement practice and we had a table practice. But the movement practice came from the table practice. So those are the integration. Those are the ways to move it off of the table. Yeah. We can do more in 30 minutes with someone standing than we used to in 12 weeks with 10 practitioners.
I believe that. Totally.
That's awesome.
Another question: do you think part of that is just having the trauma being removed?
Yeah, it's grief on your left side. Yeah, it's grief about moving forward in your life. So you're now moving forward in your emotional feminine aspect. Most likely that pain was coming up after your son's death.
Definitely.
Yeah, so it's allowing, so the fact that you brought it up allows you to process it. Now that you do something, you can process it. So whatever that grief is going to come out of there.
Yeah, because the day that we found out that he died a week later, I couldn't even use my left leg.
There
at
it is.
all.
Yeah. So that you're going to see a big change in the next couple of days.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
3 days.
exactly. All right.
Okay. Thank you.
That's
Thank
fantastic.
Thank you both for all you
Thank
do.
you, Charles.
Tammy,
That
how are
was
you, Tammy?
beautiful. Appreciate you both for what you're doing.
Oh, we're so looking forward to it.
Sorry,
Appreciate you.
Tammy.
Tally.
Oh, Tally, sorry. Sorry,
You're muted still. There. Listo.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Nice to
Hi.
meet you all.
Allie.
I've been doing your work now for about 4 or 5 months. And the reason I got into it is I teach a different type of fascial therapy. I'm a yoga instructor, massage therapist, all kinds of little things. But I was in a car accident last year, and my hips, there's an impingement in them. They're very pinchy when they move. Now I've gotten a whole lot better, but I'm wondering if you can give me just a little bit more to help unhook them.
Yeah, sure. I mean, a couple things. The PSOAS stretch, which is in the lower release. See this one?
Yeah.
And that PSOAS stretch is one that you want to do every day. The any of those movements we did today, where you ankle, calf, all those, the barefoot sprinter routines will help, because the impingement on the hip is right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On both of them.
Okay. Well,
It was the front collision and the
is there a
feet
hinge? Does it feel unhinged? A little bit impingement right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Test it and tell me what level of impingement.
In terms of pain
Get
or
a feeling for what it is, how it feels.
okay. So yeah, I feel pain all through the inner groin. I can't even lift my heel.
Okay, so take your right hand, put it behind on your neck. Left hand, put your thumb on your spine. Yeah, underneath the rib cage. Okay. Put your chin to your chest. Lean over to your right with your head down. You feel that thumb getting a little activated?
Yeah.
Okay, now breathe into that deep. Breathe in. 2,
Oh.
3. Through the nose. 2. 3. I no longer need to hold this worry in my body.
Need to hold this worry in my body.
I'm letting it go now.
I'm letting it go now.
Okay, move around a little bit and tell me if that changes any of the sensation at all.
Yeah. Ankle is cracking.
Okay, so what you're dealing with is your spleen is overworking. Okay, but most likely there's a lot of worry. When's your birthday?
September 4th of 71.
Okay, yeah, you're a Virgo. You're still trying to fix it all, fixing everything. So, and September 4th, that's 8, 4 is 12. So you're Sagittarius Virgo. So everything happens extremely to you. All the things that happen in your body are extreme. Everything is, okay?
Excellent.
Okay, so spleen, your gallbladder and your liver are probably overworking right now. Have you had emotional outbursts like anger, frustration, or rage? Have you had a blackout rage where it's like the next day is like, who is that person?
I haven't been blacked out, but I do find myself not being who I am on different days.
Okay. So that is associated in my experience to a virus called Epstein-Barr. If we were to test you, you would probably be 12 to 1500. So no worries about it. Do the 28-day reset. All this stuff will start to unravel, because with that, Epstein-Barr, it feeds on adrenaline, norepinephrine, and cortisol. It feeds on fear and anger and extreme emotions. And so it's feeding. That's why the pattern for you around that area of fascia is just so prevalent to that viral load being active. And viruses are not bad. Viruses help us. We have 380 trillion viruses in our body. 380 trillion of them. They're there to help us. So we've been taught to be afraid of them. So just this is it's trying to get your attention right now. And in the 28-day reset, that will start to clear up. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for everything.
You're welcome, Tally.
Thank you, Tali.
Nice to meet you.
Tara.
We have
Nice to meet you as well.
Patricia.
Patricia
Hi, Patricia.
Dorf after.
Okay. Which one? Oh, Patricia Thorpe.
Yeah. 1 second.
We're just getting you up there.
There you go. Can you unmute yourself, please?
Hi, Patricia.
Hi. There you are. We can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. First a comment and then 2 questions. I'm a shiatsu massage therapist, so I've been applying the organ reset and the other facial maneuvers to release trauma in the body, and has worked amazingly. I did on my husband 2 weeks ago. He was feeling not himself and he was feeling sick, but it was not something physical that he could get rid of. So I started doing the pressure points on the organs, and it was a huge emotional release for him.
Cool.
And I just had one. Now I'm just recovering actually from this last movement that you did.
Yeah.
I had now a huge emotional release, twisting from left to right. I felt like crying. I was actually weeping right now.
Yeah.
I started following you guys a while, and now that I'm practicing, I've been applying on my clients, so I can see how beneficial and immediate you can see the results. So I'm studying more. I'm doing more the maneuvers and studying more of your content. And soon I would like to become a coach. So I have to look into your website, and if you could give me any indication on how it is done, because I'm from Brazil. I forgot to tell. And we don't have any kind of this material that you teach. And I just think it's amazing, and I would like to pass it on and continue to apply.
Perfect. So you start off with the 28-day reset. That's actually practitioner training level 1.
Okay.
And we don't tell people that because people who aren't practitioners wouldn't do it. And then, we don't tell practitioners that because then they'll try to learn it rather than do it. So, so basically that's level 1. And then, the Lifestyle Artist program is where you start opening up where all of the other practitioners and people who are contributing are. There's hundreds of hours of training that's already online and behind the scenes. It's the techniques are pretty, you already work with the body, so I don't need to teach you technique. It's just about philosophy, because you'll apply the philosophy yourself. And because you already know how to work with the body. And we will have like proper certification programs and more mechanically driven training programs later this year. That's also part of the reason why we're doing the fundraising right now. Because we do all of this, like all of our programs currently are free of charge. So, we're doing some fundraising so that we can add some more programs and layers on top. But yeah, just take the 28-day reset. And then and for you, because you're a practitioner, take the videos that are out there, like the fundamentals of fascia video on our YouTube, and there'll be 100 more released over the next 3 to 4 months, which are all practitioner related work. And we're just saying, hey, you can do this by yourself. You don't have to be a practitioner, because we want you to just do it and just start applying those into your current practice and saying, what does this do? And then when you want to, and then from there, start running classes right now, bring people in. And when there is a training and certification program, the people who are already running classes and coaching people will get the first ones to be certified. That's it. Because they're all over the world is happening. So just go out there and start coaching people.
Yeah. That's my plan, because it's easy, and it's something that you can do yourself in your home. So that's why it's so fascinating. So in the case, I just go through the press release form.
Yeah. Go to our website and sign up for the 28-day reset, and just do day 1, day 3, day 7 day, and then the 28-day. And then from there, you'll get an invite and once you finish that, you get an invite to the next program.
Okay. Is that a donation based, or is that a price?
Right now, there's no donation on it. There's no price on it. You just come in and do it. What we ask that you do is help the people that are coming behind you. Pay it forward.
Okay.
Yeah, because you donate money, we would have to hire somebody to do that anyway. So just go and help somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. And just last question. Can you tell me more about this movement? Why is there so much emotional release in this particular one?
Because
At
you
least
have a
for me.
lot, because you have a lot of grief around your father.
Interesting.
Yeah. Smiling because you know I'm right. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what
I
it
mean,
is.
it's not that, but
Yeah, but grief doesn't mean death. It means
Yeah.
I want to understand more. I'm not heard. These are all different expressions of grief, right?
Okay.
And so grief, like for me, I love to share and help people. If they don't want to receive the help, I feel grief.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I resonate with that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. And the reason I said that is because you chose your right arm on the inside on lung meridian to put your tattoo. There's no accidents.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just look at everything, not a psychic. I just observe and can feel. So
Yeah, that's perfect.
So the reason why is that you're going like this. What that is it's activating the large intestine and the lung, which is grief.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes total sense. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you
You're
for your work and everything you guys
Look forward
are
to
doing.
coming and seeing you in Brazil.
Thank you. Oh,
Hey, you know what's funny
anytime.
is our Vancouver classes in our home city is at a Brazilian studio and community center. Jiu-jitsu and it's community center too.
Brazilians are everywhere.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Patricia.
Nice to meet
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Ruby Jean, you're coming up next. Move.
That name sounds familiar.
Yes.
There you go.
Hi, Ruby Jean. You look a lot different today. Oh,
You are muted.
muted.
Sorry, we mute everybody. There you go.
Muted sometimes.
Okay, so
I mean,
Ruby
I
Jean-
need to be muted sometimes.
Yeah. Ruby Jean, your
As
name.
a Gemini.
Yeah, your name, where you are, and your birthday.
Okay, so my name's Ruby Jean, like Billie Jean, one word. And then I'm from Oregon, kind of like a Portland area. I'm a farm girl up there. And then I'm a Gemini. My birthday is 6/3/1991. And I'm a mother. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So my goal is, So I'm, my question is, I'm dealing with trauma. I, stillbirth about a month ago.
Yeah. So put this in perspective. So you had a baby that carried to
About almost 29 weeks. So that's about almost like 7.5 months. My due date is June 8th.
And the baby's name is Roland?
Yeah, Roland.
Okay.
And so from there, it's been about a month. And I kept on going because I had to keep on going. But where my trauma resonated itself is I got plantar, I can't say it, but right here in my ball of my foot, and excruciating. But then yesterday was that Gemini energy, and I'm a procrastinator, the fear that I put into not doing something, I kind of have that, the virus that you were talking about, feeding on anger, feeding on that intense emotion. I love that. I not love it, but that's where I finally can speak my truth.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to get through that anger and that trauma to speak, to speak kinder and to become to be more nurturing.
So Ruby, in the short time that I've gotten to know you, it's you have all the energy in the world, and it's all about speaking your truth. So if you speak your truth, all of that anxiety and the fear and all that will go away from it. And you're like, I'm like getting caught. I'm getting choked up in my throat right now.
Me too.
So let's do that right now. Put your left hand on your heart, right hand on your throat. Breathe in. Everybody can do this. 2, 3. I'm learning to speak my truth even when it's inconvenient.
I'm learning to speak my truth even when it's inconvenient.
I'm learning to speak my truth from my heart.
I'm learning to speak my truth from my heart.
Breathe in through your nose. 2. 3. So, Ruby Jean, for you, it's just doing those organ reset every day, a couple times a day, because you can do that even when the kids are running around going crazy. You can just do that walking around. You don't have to be in a spot. Other thing too is, have you put a crystal or a rock with Roland's name on it? Have you done that yet?
No, I haven't. I don't know why. It's something that I'm working on because it's more of like I'm analyzing every single day because everything is going through what I have to do and stuff like that. It's more of my position because he's in the freezer still at the farm. And so he's fine. He's gone. He's rolling. He's a free spirit. But it's still stuck right there for me. So I've been asking that question of why and stuff. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean.
Hold on, Tammy. You're still on video.
Yeah, so
She'll know when.
there you go.
Yeah, you shouldn't done yet.
I know,
Cool.
she'll know when to do it.
Yeah, but when you feel its time is right,
When it's time.
grab the rock, grab the crystal, write Roland's name on it, and you can bury it separately or you can bury it with Roland. Have you picked a burial time?
Yeah, so it's going to be actually when his shower is supposed to be. It's so the first week in May. And so that's why it's weird because also my family, they have their other schedules, and so I have to, as a mother, time never, it seems like, yesterday I went through the trauma and stuff like that. And for other people, time is still going through, time is still passing for them. And it's weird because I never really lost something. And so that time of just not feeling like time is evolving is interesting. It's hard.
So, what it is that you're stuck in a time bubble. And
Yes.
the world's moving around you.
Yes.
Because it's waiting for the trauma to be reset in your life.
Yes.
So the world will continue to move around you until you're ready to process the trauma. And then you can join the world that's moving around you again. So
correct.
It's just giving you space and time. That's why find the rock, find the crystal, put Roland's name on it, carry it around, put it in your pocket or something like that.
Yeah.
And then either choose to carry it with or without.
Yeah. I'm good. Yeah. Okay, perfect. And then my husband. So really quickly, his shoulders. So in between his shoulders blades, he does pipe work. He's a construction worker. He's in the pipes all day. He's putting in huge water lines. And so very physical. Okay. He's the Leo, 8/7/88 is his birthday. Sorry, Cynthia.
You're all good.
Tammy, you're still on.
Go ahead.
So he just started getting ripping in between his shoulders blades. And I've dealt with that since I was like 16.
Right here, that's the heart meridian.
Exactly.
So there's nothing, you could do this maneuver like this.
Right.
And that will help stretch it, but that's not going to have it go away. This is all connected to the loss.
Right.
And you're going to get this recording too for him. It's all connected to the loss. So
he's right there.
Oh yeah. So the movement to help himself is to grab the hands right here, pull the skin up right on either side of the spine, pull your chin to your chest and pull your elbows over, and it stretches right there in the spine, and you go right and left. The second thing you do is pull right where the heart is, pull the fascia off here, like you're pulling your chest apart, and then move around like this. Those are the physical movements that will help, but it's connected to the burial, the space and the way he feels about it. He's a Leo, and and it's all in the heart.
Well, I've been super, he's the calm one, and I'm just I mean, I'm the one that feels the emotions. I mean, I am the emotional, for my three guys, my family.
Those are pretty strong I statements.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
correct. So basically, he feels the emotion like nobody in the world.
Right.
When you feel emotion, you just push it out. You're like, try to get this out of me.
Right.
Yeah. So he's storing it inside him. That's normal too. You're both coping in your own ways. So
Yeah. And I know he has emotion. It's just interesting because it's interesting. I have such great respect for him on, just his strength and all that. And it's just interesting how we're going through different things and stuff like that. So
yeah,
it
takes a Gemini like you that can process a situation like this and turn it into a learning lesson. Thank you, Ruby Jean.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, bye. And when those supplements,
Bye.
make sure you give them to the kids too. Okay.
Yeah, I've been, Bobby is being forced to take it.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
No forced eating.
Well, like in like the smoothie, and he's like, I can taste it. And then I'm like, no, you can't. And he's like, okay.
I repeat.
Tara.
Hi, Kara.
Hi, Kara.
Hello, it's Cara from New Zealand.
Yeah, I talked to you online.
Yes,
Yes.
I remember.
Thank you so much again. And it's 26 August, Virgo. And I've been doing maneuvers for a while now. And just want to say a little bit about the progress. I started my second 28-day a couple of days ago. And it's been where like the very first day I kind of throwing up and had a lot of headaches. And it was like really, really bad. The reason I'm saying that is like I'm struggling to do maneuvers because my upper body is so tight and my hands, I just can't even do like this. It's just a pain in every finger.
Okay.
And
So
arms, shoulders.
Are you taking
back.
any of the diatomaceous earth or
All of them since
so one
last
of the
2
things
months.
you can do is take a towel and wrap it around your shoulders, and then you can go like that. That'll actually move with it. You wrap around your arm, pull a little bit. You can use a towel will help you with the grip. You're just going through a moment in time, because that when you went into the second set of maneuvers, everything started contracting. So your body will get through that. It usually will only take about a week or two, but just keep moving.
Yeah.
And what you can do is get in water and do fetal position and if you can do maneuvers in water like that, move around and stuff like that. Water. Do you have water close to you?
No.
Okay, then
Bathtub.
bathtub.
Works in the
No.
bathroom.
Yeah,
We've done it in the bathroom.
Okay, no bathtub
It
either.
works.
Okay.
Shower.
You know, a lot of fetal position,
Why not in the
and then
shower?
the partner maneuvers will work if you can get somebody to help you.
And that's the problem because I'm the only one doing and I don't have that support in a way that although there will be comments to me like, oh, this doesn't fix anything. Nothing.
You know what
what
I do though is I take people I don't even know. I say, here, can you grab my hand? Twist, you pull it. Yeah, just pull. You pull there, go like that. Because I'm doing it. I just get somebody to hold. I get strangers to do it. I get people, hey, in the store, hey, you want to see something really cool? Here, hold on to me.
Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
no, thank you so much.
I'm gonna tap out. Thank you.
Okay.
I gotta-
And the thing is like what I'm struggling with is like feeling low and I'm struggling to do them every day. And as you said about, your body get used to the different, if you're doing the same thing again. And I'm struggling with like to make it a continuous or do it every day.
Okay, so you don't
that
have
has
to be, a fascial maneuver is not about a movement. It's about an intention. So I have an intention to reduce the stress, recognize my emotions, process things that need to be processed, talk things out. That's what fascial maneuvers is. The movement helps us do it. So you can just lay there in a fetal position. That's just as well, just as good. The consistency that you're looking for isn't in the physical. It's in the intention of the desire to help and treat and help your body on a daily basis. Because some days your body don't want to move, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, but if I'm in a fitness thing, work out. It's fitness. It's about movement. So if I don't do it, I didn't do it. This is about intention. So as long as you have the intention, you clear the space, clear the time that you would have done the maneuvers in, take there with intention, lay there, process emotions, do a fetal position, breathe, do some breath work, stuff like that. That'll all work too. Okay.
Thank you so much. Nice talking to you again.
Nice talking to you, Kara.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, guys. Yeah, we have to cut off. We have another place to go.
Thanks, everybody.
We'll get those who didn't get your questions answered. You feel free to ask the questions inside the Instagram chat. If you do that, that's the most effective way. We have our whole team answering, and we have anything that they can't answer comes to me. So we'll answer. And we have coming up here, if you haven't seen it yet, just posting on our website is the 28-day immersive reset experience. It's worldwide. It's a fundraiser for us. We're raising $1 million by bringing maximum of 12 people together for 28 days. We're just living our life, and they're doing a 28-day reset. And we're showing them how to integrate, adapt, how to bring it into work, how to reset our lives so that we don't get sick from our lives and have to, because when we get sick, we're not getting sick. We're getting sick from our lives. And that's why we need to break from. So we're going to be showing this. And if you know anybody who fits that experience, please let them know, because this is allowing us to produce more videos, get more content, get into different countries. And we're now affecting people at the country level. We're working on this one with the Philippines right now, which we're just taking their top people through 28 days. And then it's millions of people that are going to be showing up for classes. And it's super cool. So this is part of why we're raising the money. We appreciate each and every one of you for being a part of something that is changing you first and changing the world as a result. We are in the tens of millions of ranges of people around the world that are practicing today. This all started out a couple of years ago. And it all started out as an idea as, what if we just took care of ourselves first? And this is what we're asking each and every one of you to do for yourselves. If you know anybody, or if this is something that seems like it fits for you, let us know. We're not going to be able to take everybody that applies for obvious reasons. There's going to be a lot of people applying, but we want to take people and show them the experience of our life, because it's our life that is doing this. We just posted up some pictures in our story last couple of days. People come here and they spend 3 days or 5 days or 7 days with us. They leave transformed. But we're doing the same thing that we do every day. That is our life. And this is the lives that we want for each and every one of you. And so this is a way that we can give you the taste. And with this, it allows us to finish off and complete all these centers around the world where people can go have transformations. And then the next step is these move into communities. By this time next year, there will be thousands of centers around the world in communities where people are running programs based upon this philosophy and this program to help people, so that they don't have to pay a lot of money, so they can do it where they live. And some of you may be even planning on running these centers. And that's why we're doing this. We've been building here in Mexico the intellectual property of how do we live together and work together, because these basic skills of working together and living together have been taken out. People don't no longer know how to do it. And the world is going that way. And we don't have the toolkit to do this. We've been taught a different way about how to live our lives. And so this is the first and most important step for us.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Take care.
Appreciate all of you. Sending you all love and hugs.
Bye.
Bye. Appreciate you.